Hi there, it's Rachel and Theodore, and today he and I are going to practice heeling a bit. Now, heeling is good if you, say, take him to Petco or something and there are a bunch of dogs around, or you don't want him getting into the toys on the shelf or anything like that. You can keep him close by. It's a good thing to practice on your walks if you see maybe a situation that's up ahead that you don't want him to be a part of, you want control of him, you want him right by your side. It's good to put him in a heel. It's a lot more controlled and it keeps him a lot closer. I know for loose leash walking we tell you to hold on to the end of the leash and give him all that room, but for heeling we want Theodore right up by your side just like this. Oh, hi there, Theodore. So we're going to do a little bit of review with the heeling. Just a couple of quick tips before I begin. I always start the heeling with him on my left side. That's just personal preference, so choose either side. It helps if you are consistent with one side so that he doesn't get confused and he knows exactly what's expected of him. Since he'll be on my left, I'll have him sitting closely with me. And then when I say heel, I'll lead with my left leg, lead with whichever leg is closest to Theodore. Like we tell him to sit, down, stay, or wait, anything like that, where we have the hand motions. This is kind of like our physical cue that goes along with the heeling. So it's our body language telling Theodore it's time to heel. Also, when we come to a stop, we want Theodore to sit politely by our side, and this is what takes a little bit of practice, especially since Theodore isn't treat motivated. You want him to sit without you telling him to sit. So, the heel command includes him sitting by your side whenever you stop. So, we're just going to practice. I'll see where Theodore is with this, and then we'll fine-tune from there. So, Theodore, come here. Sit. Good, sit. All right. Leash not tight. It should form a nice J like this. And Theodore, heel. Heel. Sit. Good heel, Theodore. Good heel. Sit. Good heel, Theodore. What a good boy. All right, so that's very good. He stays close with me, so that's what I want to see off. But his sits aren't super great. Since it doesn't really work to bait him up with a treat, I was trying to maybe give him a little quick tug on his collar as a reminder, or snap my fingers and bring them up to guide him into a sit. And that needs a little bit of work. As you can see at the end, he kind of swung around and was in front of me. And so for the heel, we want him to sit nicely straight by my side and nice and close like he was when we started. So to work on this, it's best to practice by a fence or a wall or something like that, so Theodore can't swing out to look up at you, because a lot of times when we teach a dog to sit, we're working in front of them like this. So when we have him sit, it's natural for him to want to come around in front. So we need to focus on keeping him close by our side. So I'll adjust the camera a little bit so that you can see there, and we're going to practice heeling along this wall, and we're going to practice good sits. So we'll start out, Theodore, sit. Good sit. So this is how we want him sitting every time. He's close, he's parallel with me. Heel. me, and as you could see, when I had him sit the first time, he still went forward a bit and was turning around and looking back behind him. So when I stopped him this next time, I stopped against the wall with one of the planters right in front of us, so he couldn't really go forward that much. And he sat very well without me having to ask him. So that's exactly how we want the heel to look every time. And now you can see that even when we're out here with Theodore, we've practiced loose leash walking out here, and he's still acting like a sled dog, pulling me around. But he is very respectful of the heel and walks very nicely on the leash, so that's very good to see. Also, another thing with the heeling is if he's kind of laggy, you could maybe hear that I made kissing sounds or told him to heel again, or gave the leash a little wiggle to encourage him to come up and not lag behind me and want him right here. And so for the heeling, I say we're going to practice some different speeds so that he responds to you and is in tune to your actions and your body, so that if you speed up or slow down, you don't have to pull him back or pull him up. He knows to keep right with you. So we're going to practice that a little bit, and I won't stop by the wall for his sits every time, but I will try to a couple times here and there so that we're still practicing those good habits. Theodore, come here. All right, Theodore, sit. Good, sit. Heel. Heel. Good heel, Theodore. Good heel. That was beautiful. Sadly he wasn't quite in the camera for that, but he did a wonderful job. It was a beautiful sit right next to me. The difference with that is I bent down as I was slowing, and I brought my hand in front of his face to get his attention. And once he was looking at my hand, when I brought it up, he went into a perfect sit right by my side. So I'll start practicing that with him. Here's it. Now, as you see, when I came back, I wanted to speed up, and I just told him heel. Gave him a little wiggle to the leash, and that he sped right up and trotted to keep up with me. Heel. Heel. Sit, Theodore. Good heel, good heel. All right, he was a little bit distracted. He can see through the clear garage doors and see one of his friends in there, which he just noticed. So he's looking at Buddy in there. So he is a bit distracted, but we're just going to keep practicing and practicing those good behaviors. Theodore, he's done well with the fast pace adjustment. Now I want to do a slow pace and see how he does. Heel. This is a bit slower than normal. Now we're going to do super slow. Good heel, Theodore. Good heel. All right. Excuse me. He adjusted really well. I went from slow-ish to super slow, and then I picked up the pace, and he was very responsive, so that's very good to see. Having him nice and close to you makes him more in tune to your body if you're speeding up or slowing down, so that's another reason to keep him nice and close. Now, with this time, he was good with his sit because he did it without me having to actually say the word sit, but he was swinging out in front of me a bit. So we're going to do this just one more time, and we're going to end with a good sit up against the wall, so that we just end on the note of him being straight against me and not swinging out in front of me. So, Theodore, sit. Boy. Heel. He went forward a little bit, but just a little tug back on the leash. And he sat down nice and close to me and nice and straight. So that's what we want to see. He's done a really good job, so practice this at home. And you don't want to practice this the entire time you're on a walk. I know for the loose leash walking, I said to practice 20 to 30 minutes a day. And you don't want to do healing for that long, but take a few minutes here and there on your walk to do a little bit of a healing pattern to keep him fresh on it and expose him to different distractions while he's out on a walk. This was Rachel and Theodore, and we were rocking healing today.